My name is Jason Cummings, and today I want to present the news on Mesopotamia, and that's going to be our focus for the whole month. But before we get started with everything, I just kind of want to talk about a brief history and how Mesopotamia came to be. Mesopotamian civilizations started to form around the Tigris and Euphrates River around the time of the Neolithic Revolution in 12,000 BCE. The major civilizations in Mesopotamia are Sumer, Assyria, Akkad, and Babylon. And these civilizations were able to form because the river floods made the fertile soil around the banks, and the rivers supplied fresh water to irrigate crops. Mesopotamia is commonly known as the cradle of civilization because they were some of the first, and they were very influential to the rest of the world. So let's start off by talking about Sumer. Sumer flourished between 5000 BCE and 1750 BCE. And they created the first writing system, which is known as cuneiform, which was created by using wedge-shaped marks pressed into clay tablets. And here's the timeline, 3000 BCE. And using this cuneiform, the book, the Epic of Gilgamesh, was created. And to this day, it's still a literary masterpiece. And this was written in 2100 BCE. Sumer is also credited with the creation of the wheel, which happened sometime in the 3000s BCE. Sumer was organized into city-states, and each city would have its own ruler. Sumer was deeply involved in religion, and for each city they would have a ziggurat dedicated to a god. And Sumer was involved in the first recorded war, which is the Sumer and Elam War, which happened in 2700 BCE. And Sumer's decline was due to repeated invasions by groups like the Akkadians, and also the Sumerian cities were always in conflict with each other as well. Now let's talk about Akkad. The Akkadian Empire, established around 2334 BCE by Sargon the Great. This empire was the first empire to unite all of Mesopotamia under one rule. Sargon built his empire through military conquest and absorbed multiple cultures and religions under his rule. Akkad was known for establishing a professional army and a centralized bureaucratic system. For religion, Akkad adapted the Sumerian pantheon and combined their religious practices and myths. Akkad also expanded on cuneiform writing, with Sargon's daughter being recognized as the first recorded author. Akkad collapsed likely due to internal rebellions, invasions by neighboring tribes, and environmental factors like drought. Now let's talk about Assyria. Assyria was one of the most powerful civilizations, and they emerged around 2000 BCE. The Assyrians were known for their military prowess, which included advanced siege tactics and a professional standing army. They developed technologies such as battering rams, mobile ladders, and fortified siege engines. They encompassed regions from Egypt to Persia. Culturally, the Assyrians made significant contributions in architecture, art, and literature. They featured grand palaces, temples, and libraries. Their library of Ashurbanipal preserved Mesopotamian texts like the Epic of Gilgamesh. Assyria collapsed due to overexpansion and pressure from external forces like the Babylonians and Medes. Finally, let's talk about Babylon. Babylon's origins can be traced back to the early 3rd millennium BCE, emerging as a small Akkadian-speaking city. Babylon gained prominence during the Old Babylonian period in 1894 to 1595 BCE, under the rule of King Hammurabi. Hammurabi created the famous Code of Hammurabi, which was a legal system in which the punishment fits the crime. Babylon rose to great prominence during the reign of King Nebuchadnezzar II around 600 BCE. Babylon is also known for its monumental architecture. The Ishtar Gate is one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. This gate was decorated with images of dragons and bulls. Babylon is also known for the Tower of Babel, which was a ziggurat made for Marduk, who is known for many things, such as the creation of the world. He is commonly referred to as the king of the gods. Another part of their architecture is double walls, which were made to protect against invasions. Babylon collapsed due to weak leadership after the death of King Nebuchadnezzar II and invasions from Persia. Now we will wrap this episode up, and next time I will be interviewing a merchant named Brobert, who will tell me about daily life in Mesopotamia.